As if I'm polishing a car. I'm going to do the ears. I'm going to go up on the neck. You can go over the lip. Stretch the neck up because you don't want to get those lines. If you go like that, you're going to get lines. And go down to the wrap. Go into the hairline. You can always get the makeup out of the hair with a bit of toner, especially if somebody's got white blonde hair, but it's best to try not to. You alright under there? Let's get my brush hair off. See any problem. Okay. Do you want to just turn to the front? Has that just evened out to begin with? Okay. So we've used our big brush. Then I'm going to use a rounded, soft, longer haired brush. Has everyone got something like that as a blending brush? I'm going to dip into my makeup. I'm going to hold my puff like this. And I'm going to go backwards and forwards to the eyelash and round here. And I'm going to say, could you please open your eyes wide? If you have a puff like that, it's holding the eye steady. If you put your fingers on it, your heat of your fingers is going to take the foundation off, and it's also not very nice. So lift up, look up to the sky, and go backwards and forwards gently, right up to the lash line and in that little corner. Are you okay under there? Talk to your artist, go up the nose, guys. Not right up the nose, but up the nose. Can you open your mouth for me? Go there and go round the lip. Thank you. And just close. Okay. Now here we have our concealer palettes. Some of you will have got these in your kit and some of you haven't yet. But you will get them. You need to mix up 1 or 2 shades lighter. I'm just going to go for 1 shade lighter. And I'm going to mix it actually a tiny bit into my foundation. I'm going to use my little brush and I'm going to just look at the face to where I can just conceal any little blemishes. And open wide for me. I'm going to put a little bit under the eye. You do not want to conceal, if you feel your face, there is a bone here and there's a little bit of softness under here. It looks hideous if you take the concealer right down. Have you ever seen panda eyes? You should never conceal below that line. Yeah? You can get the person to look down for me with the head, and look up with your eyes, but down. And you can just see, I can actually then get an idea of what to take out. Does that make sense? I'm not putting a lot on, I'm adding it rather than going nutty. Close for me. Make sure you just get in there. Now, has anyone heard of touche éclat?
Yes.
Yeah. Has anyone got it?
Yeah. Used it up.
Okay, it's fantastic. Lots of people are allergic to it because it's got metal in it. But it really does work. It's light reflecting. And do you put it on your blemishes? Be honest.
I don't know.
Good. Because lots of people think it's the perfect thing for taking out blemishes, but because it's light reflecting, anything that's risen, it really zaps out. It's only for areas, light reflecting concealers, for areas that go in. Does that make sense? Like under the eyes. Be like a mummy monkey. Really, you have to keep going back because the heat of the skin makes the makeup soak in. And I'm not ladling it on, I'm actually, can you see I'm breaking up the edges? I'm making it soft. Conceal around the nose. Remember, I'm only doing half face. Okay, I would come back to that when I'd finished my makeup to probably redo some of the blemishes. I'm going to powder now. Now there's two ways of powdering. There's many ways of powdering. Powder on the back of your hand, puff, and you can roll powder on the forehead and the T-zone. Can you see how I'm doing it? I'm so sorry, I'm so unwell. I'm a bit hot actually. I'll wash my hands. I think I've got a temperature, girl, sorry. And do you see what I'm doing? I wouldn't actually, if I was working in the business, you wouldn't tell your artist you're unwell. Because some of them panic, especially if they're singers. Because they worry. If you've got a sore throat, don't tell a singer you've got a sore throat. Because there's the thing. So, wash my hands because I've just sort of touched myself. So, okay, I've got rolled your powder like that. Lift up. Press right in now. I'm just doing, this is the T-zone. Can you see what I'm doing? Then you can get a brush, a clean brush, because if you've got any face on it, it will just stick, and you can just roll it around. Make sure you powder those eyelids, because it bleeds otherwise. Do you know what I mean by that? That gets rid of any bleeding. And the more you powder the eyelid, the easier it will be for you to add powder eyeshadow. It will just be so easy to blend. I can then add my colour, which we'll be doing next week, on a nicely powdered base that will mean that I can blend any hard edges away. Does that make sense? But if I was to do it with a grease blusher, I would have added that before I've powdered it. We'll do both next week. Okay, so very, very basic, but you've got that side and you've got that side. Can you see a difference? Yeah, that's all I want you to do today, but on each other, okay?